Hey, thanks for stopping by my page on Synergistic Meeting Facilitation. I'm really excited to tell you about how you can make your meetings better, more effective, and get greater results. Several years ago, I was invited by a board of directors who needed a strategic plan. They had a problem. They didn't have the shared vision. They didn't have clear direction to really rally their team around or the other members of their organization. You know, this had created some doubt, insecurity around their future. So they called me to help develop their plan. They knew I was a trained coach. They knew I knew about strategic planning. So I did what you would do in a natural strategic plan, where we were going to start with the vision, the mission, the values, the goals, the action plans, things like that that would be within the strategic planning process. So I get in there, have a couple meetings with the board, and realize there's a problem when we're not able to finish the meetings we had intended to. And I found out there was some problems between some board members and the president of the board. I also found out some other board members had left before they contacted me. Then I had a board member contact me privately to tell me some problems that she had with the president of the board. Then I had the board president contact me privately and directly to tell me some problems that he was having, and he didn't know where all the problems were coming from. So the result was this board couldn't come to a shared vision. Other people then left the board, and pretty soon they didn't have much at all. And needless to say, this nonprofit organization doesn't exist anymore, nor does their important mission that a lot of people cared about and a lot of people were supported by. It was very painful for everyone. It was painful for me, painful for the board members, painful for those that couldn't be a part of the organization anymore. And I was hurt and felt a lack of confidence because I couldn't help them succeed through what they desired to, with a successful plan, vision going forward, and a way to really implement and make their organization successful. So I learned that sabotage can happen when there's not the buy-in, the alignment with the team, and people really having a shared purpose or a shared vision of what they want together. So because of that, I took some additional training. I took team workshop training. I took mediation, how to mediate between two parties that had an impasse. I took meeting facilitation, how to really leverage the group's wisdom to create a greater synergy. And I created something called Synergistic Meeting Facilitation. Now I took it because of the word that I learned from Stephen Covey's book on synergy. The two individual parts, putting them together, create a greater result than they ever could on their own. And I also created the ABCDEs of synergistic meetings. ABCDEs. A, assess. Assess the meeting. B, make sure we generate buy-in amongst the group. C, create clarity around where they want to go. D, make sure they can come to decisions that they can execute on and implement to get greater results and achieve higher performance. So fast forward a couple years, I'm talking with another group that contacts me and they need help with their plan. They're getting a new executive director. They need a plan for their board members, for their team members. They need clear vision and they need to know where they're going to go over the next few years. They're in the midst of change, and that created, again, uncertainty. So they contact me, they contact other firms to help them with the plan. But when I talk to them about the importance of buy-in, about that shared group vision and about what they can do to generate group decisions so they could effectively execute, that changed it for them. They realized this is the route they needed to go. So I was going to give them a plan, and they decided to take action. So as a result, we developed meetings for them, synergistic team and group meetings for them that I facilitated. And today, that executive director is in a role, she's thriving, they've advanced their strategy, they have increased revenue, they've received different grants, they've updated their brand, they're following through, they're hitting their results, they're achieving higher performance than they probably could have if they didn't get through this. If you're somebody that feels like our meetings aren't working, or our team isn't thriving, or somebody maybe is covertly sabotaging what we're doing, or you just don't feel like you even want to meet because they're not effective, or they're boring, or something's not working, I'm going to ask you to contact me. Fill out the form on this page or contact me directly, and let's talk about your situation and what we can do. And we'll start off with the A of the ABCDEs of team, synergy, and meeting facilitation. And we'll assess your situation, and we'll see how you want to move forward with greater direction.